What's up, guys? Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group, and on September 6th. Closing the week off strong. We had a really nice trade in DocuSign today. DocuSign earnings, big gap up, gave us some continuation in the morning, and then basically traded sideways the rest of the day. Gave a little bit back on a Beyond Meat option trade later in the day, but still finishing the day. What a nice day and closing out the week strong. This video, we're going to discuss the identifying key levels on the daily chart, okay? Because that's what that's the entire basis for my DocuSign trade, is identifying important key levels on the daily chart and using those levels to your benefit intraday, so that when a window of opportunity presents itself, you're ready to pull the trigger and you're not trying to analyze the setup on the fly. You've already done the work pre-market. You already mapped out these levels. So when those levels react, or when the stock reacts at those levels, you're ready to pull the trigger. And that's exactly what happened in DocuSign today, and I was able to catch like $2 a share. All right, so it was a nice trade. So let's get to and then I'll go over the Beyond Meat trade with you guys later in the day too, because I gave some profits back on that trade, but still finishing with a decent day. So here's this DocuSign chart, guys. You see this big gap up here today on earnings. Big gap up here today. And what I want to point out to you is we gapped above, okay, this area of resistance. Here's your first resistance level, okay? There's your first resistance level. That's how we're sitting here saying, okay, here's my first level of resistance. And in this congestion in here, there's a lot of resistance levels you can draw out. Okay, here's our next level. Okay, so this is what I do pre-market. Okay, when I see DocuSign gapping up, I go and I start to identify levels. Okay, here are my levels. Okay, this is what I do pre-market, guys. It's important to go here and identify your levels before you get into your trade, so you can identify, where's your buying zone, where's your take profit zones. Okay, and the first thing that we saw, I didn't think we had a chance of getting up to 59, so let's just delete that one. Okay, but we were gapping above this first key resistance level. This is 2-month resistance, multiple attempts, multiple failures, right below 55. We were gapping above that level, but we were gapping below this level, 56.5, this 56.50. See this resistance level right here? We were below that level, and this 58 level was my final target on the trade. So what I was looking for was a pullback off the bell, hold support right at 55, push higher, take some off at 56.5, and then eventual final take profit at 58. Okay, that was the game plan. And I came up with that game plan by identifying these key levels pre-market. Now, let's delete this 58. Let's delete some of these circles just to kind of clear. Oh, let me put that line back just to clean up the chart a little bit. All right. And let's leave these lines there. Okay, so there's my two key levels. That's the two resistance levels that I felt were in play in the morning. We were gapping above one, but below another. That's how I came up with the game plan about getting long around 55. And then we got that resistance at 56.5. I think we can get through that and eventually get up towards the $57.5 to $58 level. Okay, now let's leave these lines here and let's go to the intraday chart. Look at what happens here. Okay, we open up, push higher, and get denied right at that resistance level at 56.5. Then we start our pull-in. And we pull in where? Right to that support level. This is not a coincidence. Okay? This is why it's so important to identify these key levels pre-market. Because when we pulled in down here below 55, we got below 55, we were like 54.88 or 54.89 offer. Then all of a sudden we had back to 55.05. Then we pulled in a little bit more, 54.84, 54.85, 54.88, and then right back above 55. So I saw a nice flurry of buying step in there below 55. And then I said to myself, there's my support. There's my buying, my flurry of buying at that 55 level. That's the support that I was looking for to be there. Now I can trust that support level. And I went in here and I jumped in long at 55.01. I'll take you guys to my trade alerts on the day. Long DocuSign 55.01. I actually got some filled at 55.03. So it's 55.01 and I got some at 55.03. Stop loss 54.25. Okay, I'm long in front of that level that we identified on the daily chart. And look at this, bang. You get a real nice pop. This doesn't look like much, guys. This is $2 a share. Okay, a couple thousand shares, bang, $2. Beautiful way to start the day. So on that this first green candle up in front of the high of the day, I want to be smart and take some profit in front of the high of the day just to be prudent. Okay, in case we double top. You guys see I took some profit off at 55.92. So just under $1 a share on 25% of the position. And then 6 minutes after my entry, 56.90, the bulk of my position, half the position off the table for just about $2 a share on this extension move here to new highs. That's the bulk of my position off the table right there. And then I'm saying to myself, okay, we just broke through that resistance level. Okay, so I'm going to delete that resistance level, and now I'm looking for us to continue higher up towards 58 was my final take profit. We just couldn't quite get there. We pulled in right here. The trade line came into play, and I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe we're going to get a trade line view up cross, and then maybe that'll push DocuSign up to new highs. But you can see here, once it looked like we were going to go right here, it looked like we were going to get that trade line view up cross, but then we failed, rolled it over, and then right here is where I got flat the last 25% of my position at 55.50. So profitable all the way around. Okay, about $1 a share on 25% of the position, $2 a share on half the position, and 50 cents on 25% of the position. So it was a really good trade. It was a good way to start the day. And it all stems from being able to identify key levels on the daily chart. Not just support levels, but resistance levels also. You got to identify key support and resistance levels, and that'll help you develop your game plan because that window of opportunity opened and closed quickly to get long there under 55. That window opened and closed within minutes. If you're not ready, if you don't have that level already on your screen, and you don't have that game plan, you're not looking for that support level, you're going to miss that opportunity. Okay, you're going to miss that window, and you're going to miss a $2 move. All right, so that's why it's so important. Pre-market, the stock's gapping up, it's got news, whatever, it comes across your scanner. The first thing I do is go to the daily chart and identify key support and key resistance, and then I come up with my game plan from there. All right, that's DocuSign. Now Beyond Meat, big gap down here today. Big gap down here today. I felt like we broke below a key level, which was like 155. I thought was a key level for us. We gapped down and then sold off right off the bell. And our first bounce attempt back, we got met with resistance here at the trade line. See the trade line kind of steps in here and acts as an area of resistance. I wanted to get short Beyond Meat. Okay, I wanted to get short Beyond Meat, and I felt like if I'm going to do it, that's the place to go after it. That resistance right there at the trade line. So I actually bought put options right there. Okay, back to my trade announcements on the day. You can see I bought the Beyond Meat 152.50 strike. Today's expiration puts at $1.15. Okay, at $1.15. And what I'm looking for here was a trade line view up crossover to the downside to push Beyond Meat down to the low of the day. And my first take profit, my first target was going to be the low of the day. Then I was going to hold on to some and see if we can get down below 150. I thought Beyond Meat was going to have a big red day today after the gap down and the extension lower off the bell, but wasn't in the cards. It ended up bouncing back and then just kind of traded sideways the rest of the day. I still think Beyond Meat eventually gets down to like 120. We'll see. I have no position now. I closed out this position. So that's where I entered the trade at 115. I get the trade line view up cross right here. There it is. Okay, trade line cross underneath the VWAP. You can see here, but we just couldn't move lower. There's two things you want to look for when you get a trade line view up cross, whether it's to the upside or the downside. You want to see a significant effect in share price. On a trade line view up cross, when the trade line crosses over and above VWAP, you want to see the stock pop higher. when the trade line crosses underneath and below, you want to see the stock drop. You want to see that crossover. You got to understand that crossover is a trigger. It's a breakout or breakdown trigger. So when it occurs, you want to see it affect the share price significantly. And then you also want to see an increase in volume when that happens. That's how you know you've got confidence that, okay, now the trade line is going to push this stock in the direction that I need it to go. Okay, so when I got that trade line VO crossover, you can see here for 5 candles, we just sat there. For 5 candles, that's 15 minutes. These are 3-minute candles. For 15 minutes, this stock did not fall after getting the trade line VO up cross. So at that point, I said to myself, all right, let me be smart. Let me lighten up my position here. Let me reduce my risk. This wasn't necessarily taking profit because my profit target was reached. This was recognizing that I'm not getting the price action off the trade line VO cross that I was looking for. Let me lighten up my risk. So I lightened up some right there. Okay, back to my trade announcement. You can see I took some profit off 152.50 strike. Today's expiration put options at $1.28. All right, bought them at $1.15. So a little bit of profit here. I took some off at $1.28. Thank God I did, because 3 minutes later, boom, we popped back above VWAP, back above the trade line. This trade line VO crossover is no longer in effect, and I had to exit this position right up here when the stock got up to around 155 for 50 cents. So that ate into my profits from DocuSign a little bit, but thank God I took some off at 128 for a little bit of profit, reduced my size so that loss wasn't as bad as it could have been. And the reason why I was able to take some off there, again, guys, is because for 15 minutes, I was not getting the price action that I'm looking for off a trade line VO crossover. So next time you're trying to trade that trigger, it's something that I look for on a daily basis. I teach all of our members how to trade it. You want to see the price react soon. Okay, I mean, within 5 minutes, within 10 minutes, when you get that crossover, you want to see the stock, the price of the stock be significantly impacted. And when I saw that it wasn't in beyond me, I lightened up my position, and it saved my ass. Saved my ass. So I gave back some of the DocuSign profits, but still finishing the day strong and finishing the week strong. So we'll come back in here Monday ready to rock and roll. Guys, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button with your mouse, and follow me on Twitter. I'm always posting, trade ideas and what I'm seeing throughout the day, and I'm posting some educational content on Twitter as well. My username on Twitter is @MikeEdward_TTG. All right, follow me on Twitter. Give me a shout. Appreciate the love and the follows. I'll see you guys in chat on Monday. Take care.